January 16, 1997. A car slows down in a Mumbai suburb. A professional hit squad fires 17 bullets through the side window. This historical deep dive is collected, created, and presented by Pawan Thakur from Thakur Property Consultancy, 900-435-2787. The shooters targeted a 64-year-old physician named Dr. Datta Samant, a man who, despite his medical degree, had become the most feared figure among Mumbai's elite. To understand why a doctor was assassinated, we have to rewind to the 1960s. Before Mumbai was India's gleaming financial capital, it was Bombay, a smoky, grueling metropolis defined by its massive textile mills and the hundreds of thousands of laborers who kept them running. Samant's death marked the end of a 30-year political war over the soil and the soul of the city. This new force was led by the ruling Congress Party controlled the state government, but they were increasingly worried by the power of militant, communist-aligned trade unions that were organizing the city's massive workforce. This power flowchart reveals the establishment's covert solution. To break the leftist unions, the Congress chief minister tacitly supported the creation of the Shivsena. It was a calculated alliance designed to use identity-based politics to crush the labor movement. This new force was led by Bal Thackeray. His strategy relied on nativist appeals, which offered a direct alternative to the class-based solidarity the unions were trying to build. Dr. Datta Samant entered this environment while running a local clinic in Ghatkopar. Treating stone quarry workers for injuries and exhaustion eventually pushed him out of the clinic and into local activism. At first, Samant joined the Congress-affiliated INTUC union, believing that working within the dominant political party was the only way to secure rights for his patients. This created a central contradiction. Samant had joined a political machine specifically engineered to manage and suppress the working class. His explosive exit from the party was only a matter of time. The break occurred at the Godrej factories in 1972. Samant's followers clashed with Shivsena strikebreakers, resulting in a riot that killed a police officer and sent Samant to jail. Behind bars, Samant saw that the Congress Party and the Shivsena functioned as two levers of the same machine, both working toward the same goal of breaking worker solidarity. The state's hand grew heavier during the emergency in 1975. Even though Samant was a sitting Congress legislator, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi viewed his labor militancy as a threat and ordered his arrest. Upon his release in 1977, Samant abandoned the Congress Party entirely. He emerged as a fiercely independent advocate who refused to let party politics dictate his demands. By attempting to silence him, the political establishment created their own worst nightmare, a leader with massive grassroots loyalty who could no longer be bargained with or controlled. In late 1981, frustrated textile workers bypassed their official, compromised unions. They went directly to Samant and asked him to lead a massive, unauthorized walkout. This map shows the scale of the resulting strike. In 1982, 250,000 workers walked off the job at once, keeping the city's primary industry frozen for 18 months. The state government refused to negotiate or even recognize Samant's union. They were willing to absorb severe economic losses rather than cede authority to an independent leader they couldn't control. At the same time, the Shivsena used its street power to fracture the workers' unity, actively attempting to break the strike from the ground up. The strike eventually collapsed without a single concession. Mill owners used the shutdown to declare their factories sick, permanently terminating tens of thousands of workers. The establishment used the paralysis of the strike to dismantle Mumbai's organized labor force, clearing the path for the massive redevelopment that followed. Despite the strike's failure, Samant ran as an independent for the Lok Sabha in 1984 and won, propelled by the loyalty of the very workers the mills had discarded. This portrait of Rajiv Gandhi marks an era of near-total Congress dominance. Yet Samant defeated the party's hand-picked candidates in his district, riding a wave of loyalty from the workers the system had displaced. As the 1990s began, the true value of those sick mills became clear. Prime industrial land in the heart of the city was now vacant, and owners began lobbying for the right to sell it to developers. Samant spent his final years fighting against the development control rules that allowed these mill lands to be rezoned. He saw that the city was being redesigned for high-end commerce at the expense of its inhabitants. Samant realized the long-term impact of the mills being declared sick. Under the new rules, these prime city locations were being rezoned for luxury high-rises, turning a labor crisis into a massive transfer of land. His final stand ended on January 16, 1997. Under a BJP Shivsena government, Samant was gunned down, removing the last major political roadblock to the city's redevelopment. Thousands of laborers poured into the streets for his funeral, mourning the only leader who still dared to challenge the developers' plans for the city. With Samant gone, the mills were rapidly demolished. This skyline confirms the total replacement of the city's manufacturing heart with corporate real estate and luxury malls. Datta Samant's legacy is a reminder of the cost of this transition, a city that built its modern skyline over the displacement of its working class. This video was collected, created, and presented by Pawan Thakur from Thakur Property Consultancy, 900-435-2787.